Hey, everybody. Welcome to the DBC Inc. Facebook Live. It is Thursday. We are back. So I know we have been super inconsistent over the summer months, lots of travel, lots of stuff going on. I know between back to school plus vacations and all that kind of stuff like this, it's been a little bit wild. But we are going to try to get more consistent now that we got to go. Now that the school year is rolling. So I am back with you. As you are joining in, please throw your name over in the comments. Let us know who you are, where you're watching from. I know lots of people started just this week school. Lots of people have been going for about a month now. And so everyone's kind of in a little bit different place. But I now pretty much every school I think is rolling. So welcome back to the welcome to the 2023-2024 school year. We will try to pop in here on Thursdays on a regular basis and give you some content. Tara Martin, Tara Martin? Wait, is this usually on the show or something like that? Oh, but here she is. I think I know why Tara Martin isn't on the show tonight, by the way. I think it's got something to do with the Kansas City Chiefs. So, everyone's got to have priorities in their life. And apparently the Chiefs are pretty important or something if you live in that area. I'm not sure. And Tisha Richmond, look at Make Learning Magical author Tisha Richmond is here. So I can't spoil this, but actually we have a special project with Tisha that's in development and it's getting close. First of all, we have a DBC course with Tisha that we're going to be doing a webinar for soon. And so you want to make sure that you look out for that announcement. And we also have a project coming with her. And speaking of projects, Nick is here from Winnipeg. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And we also have a project coming out this fall with Nick, and it is going to be spectacular and fantastic. And much like the Tisha's project, I'm not going to spoil it. There has been no cover reveal. There's been no title reveal, none of that. And so we're going to let that play out a little bit while everything's going on behind the scenes and pulling the last stages of that project, that book together. But I've seen the cover and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. And so good to see you here. Tara, let's see. Oh, go Chiefs. Yeah. I'll tell you how much I'm into football these days. Don't even know who they're playing. So I can't help you with that. Yeah. And and there's a special co-author, or not co-author, co-creator, I should say, co-creator on Tisha's book, which, man, can't wait to tell you about it. But that's gonna have to wait. Yeah. So for all things, yeah. All right. So that teases a couple of different projects that are coming up. Oh, who else do we have here? Melissa, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you here. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know what this football thing is either. So, what is this? Great. See, I need to be able to I need to have my readers out to be able to read comments. Even when I put them on the screen, I'm struggling to read comments. This is troublesome. So if you put something inappropriate up, I won't even know. But don't do that. By the way, I do have my McDonald's Diet Coke right here. Just came back from the gym, got on that cycle, and did a little healthy thing, topping it off a little unhealthy thing. Got to have balance in your life. So trying to have some balance. I have a few things that I would like to tell you about. One, we just put out a new book. Super excited. It is a number one new release. It was the number one new release in 2 categories on its first day. Still number one new release in 1 category. And it's from Naomi O'Brien, and it is this right here. You'll never guess what I'm thinking about. And what it is it is a super fun, interactive way to teach phonological awareness. And so it's asking kids, it's giving them some hints, and they're having to blend some sounds together and create and try to come up with the word that you're thinking about. And then you turn the page and it reveals the word, whether they're right or not. And it kind of takes them some essential reading skills. And so if you've been following all the latest, I guess controversy or all the hubbub about the science of reading and all that, this is a chance to really dive in and take some of those essential reading skills, which we're finding out are so important, and doing it with kids. So for early primary teachers, You'll never guess what I'm thinking about. And it's just a super simple layout, and it just takes them in and shows them some, gives them some hints. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of like, it's kind of having some fun with the kids and giving them like some little clues, and then seeing if they can come up with what the word is that's going to be on the next page by blending those sounds together and all that. And so this is super important. By the way, Naomi is a DBC Inc. author a few times over. So she first came into the DBC Inc. family with Lanisha Tab with Unpack Your Impact. So Unpack Your Impact is primarily for about how to teach social studies in a non-problematic way. So trying to rid social studies lessons of some problematic features. And so it's a super powerful book that did really well for us, still does really well for us. And then she also wrote a book called Micah's Big Question, which is about how to talk to younger students about issues of race, racism, equity, and things like that. And so, it's funny. Like you can ban these things all you want. It doesn't take it out of the reality of people's lives, right? And so Micah's Big Question, I'm sure there's whole districts, states, maybe even, that can't have that book in their library, which is insane. But you can get it, and you can learn how to have these conversations with younger students, because if you're young enough to experience racism, you're young enough to learn about and talk about it, and try and learn how to process that, right? And so what she did is she took some conversations that she had had over time with her son, and then reworked them into a picture book called Micah's Big Question, right? And so that's what that is. And then now, the latest from Naomi O'Brien. We're super proud of it. We're excited for it. And if you are teaching reading, so if you're early primary and you're teaching these reading skills to kids, this might be something that you have fun with in class. And speaking of so I told you that she wrote the first book with Lanisha Tab. Lanisha Tab also has a series of books that are great for using in early primary. A beginning of the year book that you read at the beginning of the year, which the book ends with a end of the year book, right? And so a teacher's top secret. And there's a mission accomplished. There's like one that kind of starts the year, and the mission accomplished edition for the end of the year. And then she also wrote Alpert, which is beloved by kids and teachers everywhere. It's incredible. It's amazing. Alpert is incredible. And then she has a book called Alpert and Friends too. And so what Alpert does is it shows kids how to learn about setting and how to put characters into setting. And then Alpert and Friends talks about how you can add other characters into your story. So it shows kids how to build stories and what the elements of storytelling are and all that kind of stuff like that. It's fantastic. Let's see what we got going on in the comments here. Alpert, you just read Alpert today, or just the beginning of the yearbook. This is your first day of school, right? And so you just started the year at the beginning of the yearbook. That's fantastic. I love it. They're so good. Thanks, Monica, for sharing that. I love it. And it's amazing what the kids just love Alpert. I'm going to tell you a story about Alpert. When Lanisha first came to us with that project, I was like, what is this book? Like, I saw the cover and the artwork on the cover and the character of Alpert. And honestly, I don't teach early primary. I didn't quite get it. I'm like, I think we're going to need to get an artist, do this book. And then I had completely missed it. And what I didn't realize at first is Alpert's drawn that way because that's exactly how kids draw characters at that age. And so kids see Alpert, and all the kids can make Alpert. All the kids can draw Alpert. And so it was not supposed to be some beautiful picture. It was supposed to be done exactly how kids draw characters at that age. And so it was an age-appropriate book with an age-appropriate drawing, which then they can, after having the book read to them, they can now go take Alpert and do an assignment where they're putting Alpert into their own settings. They're putting Alpert into settings like that. And so it's absolutely, completely brilliant. And whenever I talk about the book, I always have to come clean and tell you that, as someone who doesn't teach early primary, I completely missed it at first. And it wasn't until later I realized how brilliant Lanisha was for doing that. And so, yeah, I mean, I just can't recommend Naomi O'Brien's work and Lanisha Tabb's work enough. They're both fantastic. Not only do they have projects with us, but they also do all sorts of stuff with resources on their own, on their through their websites and Teacher Pay Teachers and stuff like that. And so, highly recommended. Let's see what else is going on in the comments here. Oh, yes. So Tara's saying that her nieces still talk about it like it's well, I'm sorry about the Cannonball Inn thing, because I love Cannonball Inn too. But yeah, there's something about Albert that just draws people in. And okay. Oh, yes. Now I remember seeing this picture dressed up out and Nick dressed up as Albert, and the students who didn't like putting the Albert on themselves and stuff like that. It's so good, so good. So I'm understanding now that I'm going to have to get over some of my vanity and start bringing reading glasses to Facebook Live, because this is just like escalated. Even since we've been doing, even like in the last year of doing Facebook Live, this has just escalated to the point where I'm looking over there at the comment stream to see what to put over onto the screen. And I'm realizing I can't read these dang comments. So it's getting to that point where I'm gonna have to make some decisions here. Hey, Donna, thanks so much for joining us. And yeah, thank you. I'm glad that you did. You know what? I'm actually, Donna, you're the reason we're here, because you put a comment on my previous post that said, don't you have like a podcast coming up with Tara in the next few minutes or whatever like that? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's Thursday. It's Facebook Live day. It's not summer anymore. I can't have the summer excuse anymore. And so you're the reason why I told Tara, like, hey, let's go. Let's make a link and let's get out there and start these up again. Okay, oh my God. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like, I don't know. I think maybe the StreamYard is using smaller font sizes every week. It's the only possibility. Certainly I'm not getting older, because I think they must be using smaller. They're like messing with me. They're messing with my head. They're using smaller font sizes every week. All right. So that is one whole thing that I need to talk to you about. But there's another one. Look at this thing I am wearing right now. Teach Like a Pirate t-shirt. Hey, we've had these for a while, years and years and years. And I moved to Vancouver, Washington with them even, packed them in boxes and brought them here. And it's time to move some of these out of my life. And so I'm selling Teach Like a Pirate t-shirts right now. And if the ones that I have every size in are the V-necks. I have V-neck Teach Like a Pirate shirts in every size, basically, I think 3XL through small, maybe 1X, maybe 1X, 3XL, I'm not sure. But anyway, most sizes of the V-neck, which is more of the, like a women's fitted cut. So if you are maybe a small in a regular t-shirt, you might be a medium in a V-neck because it's a little more fitted. It's softer. So I have all the sizes just like this, but in V-neck. And I have crew neck like this in probably like 4 sizes. So we're missing a couple sizes, like we're missing large, unfortunately, we're out of those, but we have most of the other sizes in the crew neck. And so if you message me, I know this is kind of an unofficial way of doing this, but if you message me and tell me what size you are, what type of shirt you want, I'll tell you if we have it, and we can work it out through Venmo, and I can ship it out for you. We can just do it through message. And so message me here on Facebook, put it into to me at Dave Burgess on Facebook, and or Twitter or Instagram at DBC_INC. I have it up on my story on Instagram too. And so if you are looking to either get a new Teach Like a Pirate shirt, already have one, or you don't have a Teach Like a Pirate shirt yet and you want to rep it, I would love to sell you a shirt. And so if you're looking for a shirt, that would be fantastic. Let's see. Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah. So this is like Talk Like a Pirate Day is coming up this month. I wonder what we have to do some sort of special promotion for Talk Like a Pirate Day this year. And by the way, if you are looking to, if you want to get a journal like a pirate, I've got those too. And so if you want to get, I'll make an unbelievable special deal for you if you want the journal to go with the t-shirt too. I'll just wrap the t-shirt around the journal, throw it into a mailing bag, and ship it out to you. And you'll have something to write in for the new year, and you'll have something to wear too. So yeah, that's right. Talk Like a Pirate Day is on the way. I always know, sometimes I forget, believe it or not, sometimes I forget about Talk Like a Pirate Day. But then when I get up in the morning, I never forget about Talk Like a Pirate Day, because my feed is like filled with stuff and messages and notifications and all this kind of stuff. It used to be wild. It's like kind of cooled out a little bit, but like back in the day, Talk Like a Pirate Day, like I'd have like 500 notifications or something like that on my phone, and it's kind of chilled out a little bit. But I still enjoy hearing from people on Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's still kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, how many TLAB shirts? This is like one of these riddles, right? How many TLAB shirts is too many TLAB shirts? Asking for a friend. Well, so the friend has 3 and a hoodie. I don't think that's enough. That doesn't even get you through a week. Like if you don't have enough TLAB shirts to get through a week, if you had to, I don't think you have enough TLAB shirts. And so I would recommend adding some more TLAB shirts to your collection, just in case you get caught in a bind. And like maybe you wear it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all of a sudden Thursday hits, and then you go like, there's a reason you need a TLAB shirt and you don't have one, and you're stuck until you have to do your next laundry. And so I would recommend more than 3 for sure. If you don't have any TLAB shirts, I don't even know what you're doing. What are you doing in the Facebook Live? What are you doing in the Facebook Live if you don't have a TLAB shirt? So pick one up. And if you only have one, what happens if that one gets ruined? What happens if it gets like messed up in the wash? Like, come on, let's go. I'm trying to move these things out of my life. And by the way, the problem with shirts is you have to have all the sizes. If you stock them yourself, you have to have all the sizes. If you travel with them, you have to have all the sizes. Like it's really tough to travel to events with shirts, and then someone says like, can I have a large? And you're like, no large. It's just kind of a buzzkill, right? And then plus they want the V-necks or the crew necks or all this. And so next thing you know, you're packing like 12 different sizes and types of shirts. And every time you want to go somewhere, it becomes unwieldy, it's overwhelming. And so, I'm just going to sell them out of my messages right now. Get rid of these shirts. Did you forget already that we just put a new book out? I'm not sure if you did, but here it is. You'll never guess what I'm thinking about. Naomi O'Brien. So if you teach reading, check this one out. Yeah. Now, we've had a little gap in books. And it's not because we don't have books coming. We have a whole bunch of projects which are coming to fruition kind of around the same time, actually. And fortunately, there are some different areas and categories. And so like, it's not going to be overwhelming, but we had several projects that maybe took a little bit longer for some reason to reach the finish line. A couple projects that went a little faster than we thought. And so now all of a sudden we're coming to this place where we're getting final files coming up for a lot of different projects. And so we are super excited to end 2023 with a little roll of books, which I think that you're going to love. And then 2024, we have some amazing projects as well. We have some projects I definitely can't even tell you who the person is yet, because it's like, it's a secret right now. But don't worry, if it seems like it's been a while since we put out a book, it has been until Naomi's book. It has been a little while. But we have a whole lineup of projects that are coming your way. We have a new Edu Protocols book that's coming up. We have a new Edu Protocols special ebook that's coming up. That's like a little separate project. Then we have a whole new Edu Protocols book that's coming up. By the way, that Edu Protocols book that's coming up, people have asked for it for a long time. It is specifically designed for primary teachers. So finally, we're going to have an Edu Protocols book, which is specifically designed for people that are using the Edu Protocols in the primary grades. And so we are super excited for that one to be coming up too. Hey, like I said, and if you're adding beautiful comments over on the right, and I haven't put them on the screen yet, It's because I can't read them. Sean is saying something. Let me see if I can put it on the screen and read it a little bit bigger. We are glad that you joined us, Sean. I am sure that you have said something incredibly powerful in this comment right here. I cannot tell you what that comment says at the moment, but I'm sure that it means a lot. I see that this is emojis. And so emojis, those are good. More emojis. I don't know what these emojis are, but I'm hoping they're nice ones. Just throwing these things out. Okay, so I have some commitments that I would like to make for you just to finish the Facebook Live. Here we go. Commitment number 1. Next time I do Facebook Live, I will have reading glasses with me and be able to better interact with these comments. That's my first commitment. Second commitment, I am long overdue for the next episode of the Dave Burgess Show podcast. So right here on Facebook Live with you watching, I am committing to putting out a new podcast episode before the next Facebook Live. Maybe this weekend, maybe even this weekend, it's going to come out. A new Dave Burgess Show podcast episode is coming out. And I also am committing that if you will message me about these shirts, I'm going to try to turn those around quickly, get them out to the post office and get you these shirts out. Like, for example, if you wanted to wear one for Talk Like a Pirate Day coming up later this month, I'll get it out in time for you. And so that is the thing. So I don't know if the Chiefs game has already started. Hopefully they're already down a couple touchdowns. Because really, unless you live in that area, I mean, like, do you like the Chiefs? No, you don't really like them. Like this success that they're having and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying. And so for the rest of us in the country, we're hoping it's a horrific start to the season. So there you go. Sorry, Tara. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me on this scattered and crazy Facebook Live experience. I cannot wait to go and get reading glasses and see what you are saying over there. And hopefully then maybe I will reply to some of that stuff. And I apologize for my inability to know, like, you guys, if I get off this Facebook Live and I go in there and you're all saying mean stuff, I'm not going to be very happy. And certainly it is not because I'm getting old that this is happening to me. Like I said, StreamYard, they're going to smaller font sizes, which is just discriminatory. It's very discriminatory because my eyes are not getting worse. That's not what's happening. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you have a good rest of your week and an amazing weekend. And if you're just starting this week, welcome back. If you're already well into the school year, I hope that things are going well for you. Bye, everybody.